حبيب الله
The complete story of Prophet Idris A.S., the prophet of high rank. Prophet Idris A.S. is one of Allah's prophets whose name is mentioned in the Qur'an. He was the second prophet after Prophet Adam and his descendant. In some narrations, Prophet Idris is known as Akhnuk in Hebrew, or Enoch in Jewish and Christian traditions. Prophet Idris A.S. was a very special figure. Allah elevated his status high above other humans. He was known as a prophet who was very diligent in worship, full of patience, knowledgeable, and a pioneer of much knowledge and skills for humankind. The origin and lineage of Prophet Idris A.S. Prophet Idris A.S. was the sixth generation descendant of Prophet Adam A.S. His lineage according to some narrations is as follows. Prophet Adam A.S. Seth A.S. Anush, Kenan, Malail, Yared, Idris A.S. Prophet Idris was born in Babylon, Iraq, a region that had already developed into an early center of human civilization at that time. Since childhood, Idris showed signs of intelligence, piety, and noble character that distinguished him from other children. The prophethood of Idris A.S. Allah chose Prophet Idris A.S. as a prophet after Adam and Seth. His mission was to continue the call of truth, to invite people to worship Allah alone, avoid shirk, and teach goodness. The Quran mentions the virtues of Prophet Idris in 2 chapters, Surah Maryam, 56-57, and mention in the book, the Quran, Idris. Indeed, he was a man of truth and a prophet, and we raised him to a high station. Surah Al-Anbiya, 85-86, and mention Ishmael, Idris, and Dul Kifl, all were of the patient. And we admitted them into our mercy. Indeed, they were of the righteous. These verses affirm that Idris was a chosen prophet who was patient, righteous, truthful, and granted a high rank by Allah. The life of Prophet Idris A.S. A diligent worshipper, Prophet Idris was known to be very diligent in worship. He often spent his nights praying, supplicating, and remembering Allah. Some narrations state that Prophet Idris rarely ceased worship, to the point that the angels were amazed at his devotion. The giver of knowledge, Allah granted Prophet Idris various knowledge that had never before been known to mankind, including: he was the first to write with a pen. He introduced the science of calculation, mathematics, and astronomy. He taught people how to make clothes by sewing. Before this, humans only used animal skins as coverings. He also introduced basic medical knowledge. Because of this, Prophet Idris is often regarded as a pioneer of civilization. The call of Prophet Idris A.S. As a prophet, Idris called his people to worship Allah, the one and only, avoid idols and shirk, live with justice, honesty, and patience, help fellow human beings. But like other prophets, some of his people rejected his message. Some followed him, while others opposed him. Nevertheless, Prophet Idris remained patient and continued his mission. The story of Prophet Idris with the angel. One of the famous stories of Prophet Idris is his meeting with Angel Israel, the angel of death. This narration is mentioned in the Tafsir of Ibn Kathir and other Islamic historical works. One day, Prophet Idris prayed to Allah to allow him to experience death before his actual appointed time, so he could understand what it felt like. Allah granted his request and commanded Angel Israel to take his soul temporarily. After his soul was taken, Prophet Idris felt the agony of death. Then, Israel returned his soul by Allah's permission. From this event, Prophet Idris became even more aware of the severity of death and devoted himself even more in worship. Prophet Idris raised to a high place. The greatest honor for Prophet Idris was when Allah raised him to a high station. Scholars interpret this in 2 ways. A spiritual status, Allah elevated his rank in this world and the hereafter. Physically raised to the heavens, some narrations mention that Prophet Idris was raised to the 4th heaven. This narration is supported by a hadith of Prophet Muhammad during the Isra Miraj, when he met Prophet Idris in the 4th heaven. Hadith narrated by Imam Bukhari and Muslim. When Prophet Muhammad was taken up to the 4th heaven, I met Idris. Idris said, "Welcome, O righteous prophet and righteous brother." This shows that Prophet Idris was indeed raised to a high rank and remains alive in the realm that Allah has willed. The main characteristics of Prophet Idris A.S. From his life story, Prophet Idris had the following main qualities. 1 inch Shiddiq truthful, always spoke the truth and never lied. 2 inches patient, faced his people's rejection with steadfastness. 3. Diligent in worship, rarely ceased worshipping Allah. 4. Knowledgeable, a pioneer in writing, sewing, astronomy, and medicine. 5. A wise leader, led his people with justice and compassion. The death of Prophet Idris A.S. There are different narrations about the death of Prophet Idris. Some say he passed away after being raised to the heavens. Others mention he remains in the fourth heaven until the day of judgment. What is clear is that Prophet Idris was a noble prophet granted a high rank by Allah. Lessons from the story of Prophet Idris A.S. The story of Prophet Idris provides us with many valuable lessons. 1. Diligence in worship. We must always remember Allah in every circumstance. 2. Seeking knowledge. Knowledge is light, and with it, we can build civilization. 3. Patience. In dua and in life, patience is the key. 4. Honesty. Truthfulness brings blessings in life. 5. Hard work. Prophet Idris taught humans to work, sew clothes, and strive, not merely depend on nature. Prophet Idris A.S. was the second prophet after Adam A.S. with many virtues. He was not only a prophet but also a scholar, an inventor, and a pioneer of human civilization. Allah honored him by raising him to a high rank, even to the fourth heaven. From his story, we learn the importance of worship, patience, knowledge, honesty, and hard work. May we follow the noble qualities of Prophet Idris in our daily lives.